this is Katie Barr, and this is BocaMatters. Today we'll be talking about the Greater Beach and Park District. It is two separate entities with two separate sources of revenue and two separate areas of focus. Joining us is Commissioner Craig Ehrnst, and he'll tell us a bit more about the uniqueness of the Beach and Park District. Hey Craig, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, Katie. I'm honored to be here, and you've done great work for our community, so thank you for inviting me.
Well, it's a pleasure. Getting right into it, Craig, many residents, especially the new residents, are not aware of the uniqueness of the beach and parks. Why is it a separate entity? What is the mission? Maybe you can give us a little bit of history there.
Well, real briefly, Boca is very unique in many different ways, and one of the unique things that we have is our Beach and Park District. The Beach and Park District was established in 1974 to purchase the beachfront, a large area of beachfront that became available for sale, and our forefathers had the idea that let's purchase it, but they couldn't purchase it outright. Everything the Beach and Park District has purchased over time was perceived as very expensive, too expensive, and maybe we shouldn't do it. I think you can look back at everything the Beach and Park District has purchased in green space and said, gosh, I wish we would have bought that and bought more. So the Beach and Park District was designed to go from the turnpike to the beaches, from Hillsborough Canal to the Clintmore. And basically, it's a taxing authority that collects funds to pay for the operations and maintenance and the purchase of green space.
Oh, that's great. You know, I mean, speaking of the commission, there's 5 of you, and you know, it's almost a voluntary position because you know the stipend that you all receive is nothing. I don't know if the residents realize that you know their tax dollars that they're paying for the beach and park is not going for salaries. You know, it's going for funding your properties, correct?
Well, yes, the tax money that we receive is, directly goes back to the city in most of it. There are some capital projects that the district runs, but all the operational costs, roughly 14, 15 million a year, goes back to the city. And then some capital projects are run by the city. We fund those things as well, and then we have our own. For the Beach and Park Commissioners, the history of time is we meet twice a month, and we're paid $80 a meeting. And if there's more meetings due to special meetings, we're paid another $80 for each meeting. No one is doing it really there for the pay, but I think it's okay. I enjoy what we're doing, and I think no one's ever asking for a raise either. So
No. It's a great public service that you're doing. I know back in, I think it was September, there was some talk about raising the millage rate. Is that something that's still on the table?
You know, that's a good question. As you know, the millage rate is a function of 2 parts. It's a rate times a property values. And so in September, we set the millage rate. There's a process to set the millage rate, but it's the final millage rate that goes to the final meeting that sets it. So you start out, and any government authority, generally you want to have the same one or higher, and then you lower it to the rate that you're finally going to set. So during that discussion, it became kind of a hot button because do you want to raise the millage rate? And if we collected more revenue, it would enable the Beach and Park District to fulfill its goal to build out the golf course. And it incrementally was a very small rate on each home. But the fact that you're raising taxes, takes away from things. It takes money out of people's pockets. So it's a very serious matter to any raising of taxes. But that's what we're elected for. We're elected to make a decision, and we made the decision not to raise the taxes. And now we have a whole new environment with COVID,
Right.
and how we come out of that. So, I think we're even under more pressure to look out for residents. And I want to add one thing on the COVID, and even the 2008 financial crisis. These things do affect our beaches and our parks, because when people are out of work, where do they go? If it wasn't
Right.
for COVID, they would be at our parks. And that is the most precious thing that we have to have. And we need to keep those parks open, running, operational, 110%. Let people do things.
But getting back to the budget and the expenses of the beach and park,
Yes.
a lot of people are now, they're also concerned about Ocean Strand. They're wondering, will Ocean Strand ever be on the table as far as selling the property? What can you say to that?
No, it's not for sale. The Ocean Strand, look, I think my position on Ocean Strand is it is pristine, it's beautiful. We need to have it so people can see that. Some way, somehow, see the pristine, the beauty of it. It's a challenge from a standpoint that it is such a smaller area, nicer area, and how do you open it up so you just, without just leaving it? If we were to open the door on that place, it would be overrun with people coming to see the beach as we see now. They'd park there, and that's not right. But we do need to open it to the community in some way, somehow, in a managed way, in Boca style, so
Right.
people can see it and use it. Um, as far as selling it, I don't see us ever selling it. We passed it basically an ordinance that said that we would never sell it. And
Mhm.
so nothing's going to happen in the near term, other than trying to open it at a very small basis and then developing more of a long-term plan with the community that everyone can, agree to. And I think the city should be a key player in helping us. We
Mm.
need to be focused on its public property and do things that are together. And the more we do things together and stop this nonsense of, well, it's our property, our project, or their property, their project, I think that'll help, ease the discomfort between the two.
Well, Craig, it's really been a pleasure speaking with you. I so appreciate you taking your time and giving us a little education as far as the Beach and Park District. And we hope you'll keep up the good work.
Well, Katie, thank you so much for your time and for what you're doing. We're all in this together. We love our community. We share common beliefs, and I thank our city staff and our city elected, and as well as our district staff and district elected. They are the ones who really make this a unique environment. And we got a lot of good things. We have assets, which is a value. We'll make this happen. So it'll only be better. Okay.
Yep, you're right about that. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Thanks for watching. And please keep your questions and comments coming into bocafirst.org.